Married to Medicine. This is not going to be a long video. So the ladies are, where are they? They in Florida or something. I don't know. But they're at this dude ranch, right? Which I would love to go one day. I would love to go to dude ranch with friends. So they're at this dude ranch, and we see it's hosted by Dr. Contessa, Phaedra, and Sweet Tea. You know, shouts out to Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea has a YouTube channel. I will link it in the bottom bar below if I can remember. Is it called The Real Sweet Tea or something or another? But I'll link it in the bottom bar. She has a YouTube channel. And so good for her. Capitalize off this show any way that you can because everybody else is. So I don't mind her doing the same thing that a lot of them are doing. You know, Buffy, she has her show, Auntie Buffy, where she discussed Married to Medicine sometimes. Mariah Huck, she's doing her thing. Dr. Heavenly, obviously. Carlos King, you know, he's deep into the Married to Medicine universe. So, you know, do your thing. Why not? Hey, you know, a lot of people are not feeling Sweet Tea anymore. They feel like she's too entitled. They feel like she's a mess. She's messy, all the things. At the end of the day, not saying that wasn't in her, but Sweet Tea is Sweet Tea. The Sweet Tea that we see on the show, or the Sweet Tea that we see clapping back online and all the things, and clapping back on the show, it was kind of forced out of her. At the end of the day, as much as we all enjoy Heavenly, at the end of the day, Heavenly did a lot to Sweet Tea. Heavenly championed for Sweet Tea to be on the show. Dr. Heavenly, she brought Sweet Tea on the show, and basically, Sweet Tea on the show was just a way to continue to film with Quad, to continue to keep Quad on the show, to bring mess and drama to the show, yeah, which ultimately brings ratings, but also it was just a thing of kind of throwing Sweet Tea under the bus and talking about her like a dog, which is what she did. And I think if you're not well versed in the Dr. Heavenly school of antics, then you're just not going to get it. And you're going to be extremely offended by the stuff that she does. And she just sit back and be like, why did I, Daddy? You know, and the whole thing's right. And so, you know, I don't have a problem with Sweet Tea clapping back or Sweet Tea staying on Heavenly's neck per se. Now, I will say this. Eventually, you do have to move on, Sweet Tea. Eventually. Although I agree with you, you do have to move on at the end of the day if you want to be in this group. Because it's just how this group is. They're very cliquish. These folks have been around each other for years and years. You just got there. They're always going to have each other's back over you. You're new. You kind of have to earn your stripes. Which is why Phaedra, our good sis Phaedra, is on the way out the door. Because she realized early on that this wasn't her group to be with, I think. And also, Married to Medicine was just a catalyst for her to get back on Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is ultimately the goal anyway, as we saw. And now that Candy's no longer at Real Housewives of Atlanta, it's free reign for her to go on over there and cut up. So that's what I think was the ultimate goal anyway for Shady Faye. But I mean, hey, you know, Quad, Dr. Heavenly, everybody's kind of turning on Phaedra. They're saying that she was fake and all this other kind of stuff. And I mean, well, yeah. I mean, you know, but am I mad at Phaedra for getting the bag? No. Am I mad at Phaedra for keeping certain things private? No, not necessarily. I mean, you know, if she stays on Real Housewives of Atlanta, we'll see what it gives. Hopefully they bring it, snatch it on up out of her. But with her being on a completely different show with completely different women, it was a way for her to escape, because she know that those women were not going to badger her like the Real Housewives girls would about all the things that went on with Candy, etc. She knew that because they don't know the situation like that. So Yes, child. It's really interesting. Real Housewives of Atlanta is coming up, I think, next year, so we'll see what it gives. I don't know at this point. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. Okay, so back to Married to Medicine. The ladies sit down and Toya starts to pressure um Phaedra about how she's super distant and super to herself, and when we gonna get to know you and what makes you tick and what pisses you off, etc. Apparently Toya went to go talk to Apollo, trying to get tea on him and his wife, and just doing the most, But that's Toya. Like Toya or not, Toya's Toya. Toya's been Toya since the beginning, and I can always respect that about Toya. Plus, she's lovely. She's gorgeous, right? Yeah, Toya's very pretty. Um, so what else is going on? You know, Toya, she was on one. She was coming for everybody. She was taking shots at Dr. Heavenly. She was taking shots at Dr. Jackie. And it was just going, it was going there, right? Dr. Jackie said that she lacked substance after Toya said that she was boring or something. Dr. Jackie apologized for that and whoop to whoop. And people online saying, oh, Dr. Jackie, she clocked in, she clapped back. We don't care. I personally don't care. Dr. Jackie can just come on during the commercials for me, doing the infomercials, and just say the stats, the doctor stats, and talk about all the important things as it relate to being a doctor, being a black doctor, black women, all the things, all the super duper important things that we need to know. I think that she's very important for that. But as far as Dr. Jackie and the group scenes and being amongst the mess, so to speak, she don't have to be there. She don't want to be there. She don't need to be there. I'm tired and I don't care anymore. It's been 10 years and Jackie's given us a bunch of nothing outside of the season when Curtis was cheating. And we don't know what Curtis is doing now. I think they have an arrangement. Personally, I think Dr. Jackie is into women. I'm just saying, allegedly. It's not facts. It's just my opinion coming out of my mouth. I just don't get... I just don't see her on top of Curtis. I just don't. I think that Curtis lives another life and she work all the time and don't care. As long as it ain't in my face, it never happens. Just don't get caught again. I think that's the arrangement. It's just my opinion. I'm just saying. Anyway. So, what else is going on? Dr. Contessa. I like Dr. Contessa. I've always liked Dr. Contessa. I think she's lovely. She cannot dress worth not worth anything worth a dime. Beautiful woman, but cannot dress at all. I don't get it. The hair be off, the clothes be off, the shoes be off. What Marlo said to Kenya, your hair's a disaster, your lashes is a disaster. You know the whole thing. But she's so pretty, but she just can't get it right aesthetic wise. I don't know. But I do like her as a person. She's probably one of the most genuine ones and kind ones on the cast. So, at one point, Quad tried to get Dr. Contessa and Dr. Heavenly to talk, and it kind of went nowhere. Dr. Heavenly, she says that she's not really here for it, and she only has 24 hours in the day, and she's only here for her and her kids, and that's it. She don't really have time for nobody else. Dr. Heavenly, she'll say some nice things, or she'll be apologetic or empathetic or whatever, but then she'll follow it up with something shady. And I actually know somebody in my life that's the exact same way. It's a compliment, but it's a read at the same time. It's just like, well, couldn't you left that part out? No? Okay. So, even Dr. Jackie's trying to get her to talk to Dr. Contessa, and Dr. Contessa's still irritated and mad with Dr. Heavenly. Once again, similar to Sweet Tea, I agree with you, but you're going to have to let it go at this point because Heavenly ain't going nowhere. Heavenly obviously is the producer's pet. And she has her rank on this show and nobody's knocking her down. And it's just what it is. Even Dr. Simone, all the stuff that Dr. Heavenly has done to her, she seemingly forgives her easily. So, I mean, what do? You can't win, right? It is what it is, Dr. Contessa. Toya, she's going around telling everybody their outfits a disaster, their hair disaster, everything. She wants to set up this whole Beyonce photo shoot just because. And Dr. Jackie, she looked great in her white. She looked great. And she's going around critiquing everybody's outfits. And yeah, so I mean, next week we're gonna see the Beyonce photo shoot, Beyonce inspired photo shoot thing. Cowboy Carter should be cute. Anything else happened in this episode? There was some funny moments here and there, but I think I pretty much talked about everything. Yeah. I mean, it was cute. It was cute so far. We'll see what it gives for the rest of the time they're on this trip. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at Skinsworth Instagram and Twitter, at Skinsworth89 on Snapchat, Chase King on Facebook, Mr. Chalaki on Cash App, PayPal, and TikTok. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys later.